And for my demo, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a change order in our system, both by using the powerful integration with our very own takeoff software. And then I'll show you how to make a quick change order on the fly, one of those ones where you just want to add a couple, square yards of product. And then along the way, you'll see how our system facilitates this process, makes it so that you're never left wondering, where's my job at right now? Now, I'm going to assume that a lot of you are familiar with our software, but just to get this started, this is our sort of homepage where every one of these boxes is a different lead or project that I'm working with in my company. And so what I'll first do is dive into a sample project. And I've left this project pretty bare bones. And I did that on purpose because I want to bring your attention over to the right-hand side over here, where you can see my diagrams. What this means is that we had an estimator do a full takeoff of the property or the project that we're working on. It's got material, it's got labor, every line item in there. And then we've turned that into a quote. So basically just a proposal that we sent over contains every one of those line items just as they were in the takeoff. Let's say in this example, a GC reaches out and says, he wants to remove 4 of the rooms from the project. He wants to swap out some material. This sounds easy enough. The first thing I want to do is actually make these changes in Measure Square 8. So to get that started, I would just need to click these 3 dots. And from my CRM, I can open up Measure Square 8. Now I've already got it open. You can see these rooms here. And what I'll do is I'll make some quick changes. Maybe erase some of these rooms. And let's say, he wants to cut margins. We'll replace this with our CPT2. And like I mentioned earlier, the 2 systems really talk hand in hand. So the second that I press the save button, you can see it's already sending it over to the CRM. And the best part is if I click into this takeoff right here, you'll see that it's going to update. It's going to remove those rooms and replace that product. So already you're getting this sort of instant conversation back and forth. Now the big question is, how do I make a change order of this? How do I explain these changes and really show a breakdown of the numbers? You can see the original quote made from this diagram. All I need to do is press this blue add button. Now it's going to ask me what quote do I want to attach this change order to. It'll show me any approved quotes that I have, and I'll click OK. And then you can see here, it's a really easy breakdown. It shows, hey, we've added a lot of square yardage for the CPT2. That's going to be $14,000. But you can see elsewhere, hey, we removed a lot of product. So we're taking away 65 square yards of this. We're removing the grout for those rooms. And so you can see the price drop over here. And just by saying OK, I can pull those all over. And our system purposely lets you bring in both items that have changed and items that haven't changed in case I wanted to make a quick change on the fly, like, oh, by the way, we're just going to add 10 of this, code-based labor. What I'm instead going to do on this change order in this editing screen is actually just remove anything that hasn't changed so I can just show a quick snippet of what we're looking at. And just like that, you could see a real big breakdown of what's being changed. So, we're getting a deduct of 19,000. And the GC gets a clear image. Okay, we're removing all these products. We're adding this product, the adhesive for it as well. And this is a really powerful tool. I've seen some examples where, a GC might try to replace a product to a cheaper one, but things like the labor and adhesive for it are more expensive. So they might be confused at why they're not seeing the price drop they expected. Right here, none of those questions exist. They could see a breakdown and you could explain it to them as well. And I'm going to go ahead and click save. And just like that, we have our first change order made. Let's give another example where on our project, we have BV Johnsonite 1. Let's just say we wanted to add a couple more units of that. So I'll go back to my original quote. And again, this is what we originally bidded on. This is originally what they said yes to. And let's just say I wanted to make a change order, adding a couple units. From my quote, I could actually build a new change order. And in my change order, I can import the products that we had on the project. I can say, I just want to bring in this, nothing else. And we can say, I want a quick change. We want to up it to 50 boxes instead of 14. All I need to do is click save. And so just like that, in a couple of minutes, I've already made 2 change orders. Now the real question is, well, how do we track all this? How do I get this all into my brain so that I can figure out what's been signed, what hasn't? Well, typically in our system, you could actually email this change order out. And virtually, people can do an electronic signature. And this gray ribbon here will automatically update to say that it's been sent, it's been viewed, and that it's been signed. And if I hop back into my project, we can see where that all is together. So I'm back in that original project. I can not only see my quotes, but I can see both of those change orders that we have here as well. And I want to bring your attention to this number right here, 86,000. I'm going to say that typically we would just wait for the GC to automatically sign this, but I'm going to actually click into here and manually mark it as accepted. And automatically, when I go back to my project, you can see that the price has dropped from 86 to 66. I can do the same for this change order as well. From here, we could track the status of different change orders, and automatically we can see that reflected in things like our project or our products. Now, this is pretty much a full walkthrough of the change orders as it is now in our system. And we already have a lot of users on the system today already seeing its benefits and how it runs their business. If you want to join that mission to take the guesswork out of flooring, you can reach out to us, become part of the group that's not only getting the benefits from change orders, but also driving it in the direction that it needs to go for the industry.